There's a reason so many older men are drawn to younger women. It's not always about vanity or chasing youth. It often comes from a place of admiration, vitality, and even hope. Younger women radiate energy, freshness, and possibility. They embody what many men, seasoned by years of responsibility and struggle, feel they've lost touch with. But here's the problem. When older men step into relationships with younger women, they often stumble into predictable traps. Traps that reveal not only their lack of understanding of female psychology, but also their inability to master their own emotions. This is where Stoicism becomes essential. Because if you can't master yourself, no matter how much money you have, how much experience you've gained, or how many gray hairs you carry with pride, you'll lose her respect. So today, let's break down the 4 biggest dating mistakes older men keep making with younger women, and, more importantly, how Stoicism can help you avoid them. Chapter 1. Mistake 1. Chasing instead of leading. The first mistake older men make is this: they start chasing. Now, you'd think older men, with all their experience, would know better. But something interesting happens when a younger woman enters their life. Suddenly, these men forget the decades of wisdom they've gathered. They stop leading. They stop being grounded. Instead, they start chasing, calling, texting, proving, showing off. Why? Because deep down, they feel insecure about the age gap. They think, she's younger, she must have options. I have to work harder to keep her attention. But here's the Stoic truth. The moment you start chasing, you've already lost. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." When you chase, you surrender power over your mind. You give away your frame. You put her in the position of the leader and you become the follower. Younger women don't want to be chased. They want to be led. Not controlled, not dominated, but guided with calm strength. Think about the river. The river doesn't chase the fish. It simply flows, steady, powerful, and the fish follow. That's how a man should be, especially an older man. His value comes not from frantic chasing, but from calm presence. If you stop chasing and start leading with composure, she'll feel something rare: security. And security is what draws her deeper than looks, money, or age ever could. Chapter 2. Mistake 2. Overcompensating with wealth or status. The second mistake is overcompensation. Many older men believe that because they're older, they must pay their way into a younger woman's heart. They shower her with gifts, expensive dinners, constant upgrades. They believe their money, their career, or their achievements are the only reason she's there. But here's the harsh truth. When you lead with wealth, you train her to see you as a wallet, not a man. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with enjoying nice things, taking her out and sharing the fruits of your labor. But the problem arises when money becomes your identity, when wealth replaces masculinity. Seneca warned us about this centuries ago. He wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." When you use wealth to buy validation, you reveal your inner poverty. You show her you don't believe you are enough without the car, the restaurant, the trip. And women, especially younger women, sense this instantly. What she craves isn't just luxury. She craves a man who is grounded in himself, who can enjoy life's pleasures without being enslaved by them. She craves wisdom, composure, guidance, not endless displays of wealth. A Stoic man offers presence, not possessions. He knows that wealth can open the door, but character is what keeps her inside. So remember, wealth may impress, but wisdom captivates. Chapter 3. Trying to act young. Here's the third mistake, and it's almost painful to watch. Older men, fearing they'll lose relevance, try to act young. They dress like 20-somethings, speak like teenagers, jump into trends they don't understand. They desperately try to erase the very thing that could be their greatest strength, their age. And what happens? They become caricatures. Instead of attractive, they become cringe. A younger woman doesn't want you to be her peer. She wants you to be her anchor. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Stop trying to be young. Be solid. Be wise. Be composed. That's what makes you attractive. Think about it. She already has access to young men. If she wanted immaturity, confusion, emotional chaos, she could find it anywhere. But she's with you because she wants stability. She wants someone who doesn't crumble when life gets difficult, someone who doesn't chase fads but stands firm in principles. So here's the paradox. The more you try to be young, the older you look. But the more you embrace your maturity with dignity, the more timeless you become. Chapter 4. Losing emotional control. The final mistake is perhaps the most destructive, losing control of your emotions. Many older men, despite their years, have never mastered emotional discipline. They still argue from insecurity. They still beg when she pulls away. They still rage when things don't go their way. And here's the truth. Nothing kills attraction faster for a younger woman than an older man who is emotionally unstable. Why? Because it betrays the very reason she chose you. She wanted calm. She wanted guidance. She wanted a rock in the storm. But if you crumble at the first sign of silence, jealousy, or drama, you reveal that you're no different than the boys her age. Epictetus said it best. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. When you lose control, you hand over your masculinity. You hand over your authority. You show her that her moods govern you rather than your own reason. A Stoic man remains calm even when provoked. He doesn't suppress emotion, but he governs it. He doesn't react impulsively. He responds deliberately. That calmness, that restraint, that emotional composure, that is what separates the older man she respects from the older man she leaves. Chapter 5. The Stoic Path Forward. So let's put it all together. The 4 mistakes older men make with younger women are chasing instead of leading, overcompensating with wealth or status, trying to act young, and losing emotional control. Each of these mistakes has one root cause, forgetting the Stoic principle of self-mastery. Stoicism teaches us that true strength is not found in wealth, youth, or outward display. It's found in discipline of the mind, mastery of emotion, and living by virtue. Younger women don't truly crave your money, your desperate attention, or your attempts to be their peer. They crave the calm steadiness of a man who knows himself. They crave wisdom, patience, and presence. They crave a man who can stand in silence, unshaken, while the world spins in chaos. That's why older men have a unique opportunity. If you can master yourself, if you can live with stoic strength, you'll not only attract a younger woman, you'll command her respect, her admiration, and her loyalty. But if you fall into the 4 traps, you'll lose her, not because of your age, but because of your lack of mastery. Closing. The final lesson. Remember this. An older man doesn't win the heart of a younger woman by chasing her, buying her, imitating her, or reacting to her. He wins her heart by embodying what no boy can offer, a calm, grounded, stoic presence. So the question isn't whether you're too old or whether she's too young. The real question is, have you mastered yourself enough to lead her with strength? Because in the end, the greatest mistake isn't losing her, it's losing yourself.